I definitely don't claim to be a professional, but if you don't know what you're doing, don't try this at home.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Today's episode of Random Projects with Danger, we're back on Old Blue here. Old Blue needs a steering box, it's leaking. Now, I could rebuild this steering box, but I don't think I want to get into that, so I just ordered a new one. It's here. We got to put it in. Let's get going. We're going to the secret location today to do this job. I don't feel like doing it outside in the backyard on gravel. There's the steering box down there on the frame. We got to get rid of some of the cold air intake hoses. You can see down there, I got my work cut out for me. Alright, here's the new steering box from Amazon. Looks like it's the identical piece. We got 4 bolts holding it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a bolt on the pitman arm, a big nut there. I heard it's 1 inch and 5/16. We're going to find out. And on this side, the steering arm bolts on. The rag joint bolts on there. So I'm going to take you underneath the truck and show you what I got.
I can make that all that is has a little curve.
There's the pitman arm.
I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. I do what I want.
There's the front 2 bolts there. And the back 2 bolts there. Well, Old Blue defeated us today.
Oh, she ain't gonna win the battle.
No, she's not going to win the battle.
She may win the battle, but she ain't gonna win the war.
True. We just couldn't find the power steering line. We just went to about 17 different places. None of them had it in stock. Started to bend when I loosened it up, so I guess we'll get on the old online and order them up. To be continued. Alright, it's been about a week or so. We're back at it. I'm taking this line clamp off. It's a 13mm socket. Get that out of the way. Start to loosen up these lines. Like I said before, they're bending. So we take the old linesman's pliers and we snip them. They're a little tougher than they look. Finish getting that one out. Cut the other one. This is the high pressure line. Loosen that up. And then I'm just going to put the plugs back in to hold the fluid in. Now I'm taking out the rag joint bolt. That's a 12-point socket, 7/16. Good. Yep, it's off. 1 5/16", I believe that size is. Got the Harbor Freight fitment arm puller. All right, what size is that going to be? Sure you don't want the gun?
Well, now I do. I don't want to mush it.
Wow, she doesn't want to let go. Did we hit it with a hammer a couple times? Now there's pressure on it? Sure. All right, let me grab the hammer. Nope.
No, no.
They ain't moving. So we pretty much ruined the pitman arm puller, so we got a new strategy. We're gonna take the pitman arm off at the other end and take the whole assembly out. Try and get it off afterwards. There we go, she's out. Nice.
It's loose. I can see the box wiggling.
Yep, I can see it turning from up here. That's it, she's loose. It's out. It's just the shaft is not collapsing as easy as it should, but it's out. Good. Congratulations, Gino, you just won. Well, there it is in the upside down view.
You gotta call AutoZone. See if they have a pitman arm.
Call and see if we can get a pitman arm, because
I don't have much faith in getting that off.
there's a good chance we're going to ruin this one, but we're going to try to heat the snot out of it.
Okay.
Put a mark on it so we know what's what. Oh yeah. 1.5. Says half. 1, there's the mark. Okay. Now go the other way. 1. Almost 2. Okay. 1. And there's the mark right there. That's where we were. Alright, so we're talking not quite 4 turns from beginning to end. Probably can't see this, but we mushroomed the puller and we messed up the threads. So I took it over to the old belt sander and took some of the edge off. Right now, we're heating up the pitman arm. Gonna get it cherry red. And hopefully, we can put the puller back on it and get it off. That's the game plan anyways. Yep. It's gonna take a minute with that MAP gas, but it's better than propane, that's for sure.
Get that thing all set up and
No, sir. Nope. So Gino took the old steering box down the street to one of the local shops who had an acetylene torch because that MAP gas just couldn't get this hot enough. Once this got cherry red, it popped right off. Alright, we're going to see if we can get the other ends of these lines loose. The return line just has a clamp on it. Alright, that clamp's loose. Let's see. I know this is 5/8, but I might have to get this one from underneath the truck. Now we just got to get this rubber line off. I think I'll just cut that with a razor knife. If all the fluid wasn't out before, it's out now.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
One,
Yep.
half,
That's right.
half,
One.
Ready?
And then go the other. Yep.
One,
And almost 2. Yep. Correct.
Same
Yep.
as
That's
the other
exactly where it was.
one, and half.
Straight down.
Right
That's
there.
it. That's where we were.
And that's where we're gonna put it.
It only goes on one way right. There's a flat spot on there anyways. Is that?
2 ways. It goes like this, or it goes like that.
Oh, okay.
That's what those are there for.
Gotcha.
They correspond with the slots.
Got it. Okay. Yep. That's exactly where we need to be.
So that. So
some-
we're gonna put a little WD-40.
Yep. Lube it up. Actually, do you have any Never-Seas? We'll put a little bit of Never-Seas on the splines, you think?
We do.
Probably not a bad idea. Not that I ever plan on taking this apart again, but you never ever know.
One never knows.
That's right. That's it. Good stuff. What's the old joke about anti-seize? Once you bust open the bottle, it's all over the place.
That's right.
Perfect. Now, do you want to put this on now, or do you want to wait and put it in the truck and then put it on? Which is going to be easier? I vote that we wait and put it on once it's in the truck. That's just my guess.
Okay.
We can mark the shaft and just so we don't.
Well, we know the boat's got to face this way.
So we don't spin it. So we don't spin it.
We'll never spin that if we don't touch this because you can't turn it. I'd have to put the vice grip on it.
Okay.
So, you get it?
We've got these new lines from Edelman from the old Amazon. I didn't know that Julian Edelman made parts, but good for him. Got the football thing going on and the apparently the power steering hoses thing going on. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see the back of that, I don't think.
Go ahead. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. On my finger.
Got it? Perfect. All right. Good for you.
All right, check to make sure. Here.
No, that's if you got it out, you got
Just
it out.
right there.
Yep.
Okay. Push that down here.
All right. So
You know how it goes?
no.
Where's the nut?
Right here. The steering box is a little heavier than expected. We're gonna have to bust out the floor jack. Putting the bolts back in. It's on there. The whole thing's turning, isn't it?
Huh?
Whole thing's turning, isn't it? Yeah, the whole thing's turning.
Okay.
Perfect.
Hit it with a hammer.
So this is the drag link nut. What's happening is it's turning, the whole assembly's turning. So what we did was we put some pressure on it with the jack to keep it in place, and then we're just going to tighten it up by hand with the good old wrench. So wish me luck. Little by little, it's going. We had to turn the steering all the way to the passenger side in order to get everything in position, in order to be able to get the jack
Under the drag link.
under the drag link. But it seems to be tightening up just fine. Again, when you're working on old stuff
And on your back.
and on your back underneath, no lift,
Yeah.
everything takes just a little bit longer and about another country miles worth of patience. You don't know how bad I want to be able to get the impact under here and just go to town, but that's not an option right now. So it's turn the nut, twist the wrench, turn the nut, twist the wrench. It's a good thing it's fine thread.
Look at the good part. You're almost there.
That's right.
And all it cost was parts so far, so
Parts and time.
I don't know what the parts were, but it's way cheaper than the garage.
Yeah, I think right now, I spent around $200
Yeah, and that's
on the steering box.
And you know labor's twice as much, so it is a $600 job minimum probably.
And then the lines, those were around $20-30 each, I guess. But yeah, this easily would have $500, $600, $700, $800 depending on the shop you go to.
Yeah.
And a lot of mechanics don't want to work on old stuff because they know it's going to give them problems. It's not like the newer vehicles where everything just zips apart with the gun.
That's true.
So
True. Hey,
we're reaching the end.
and it looks like it didn't turn. It looks like it's in the taper. And you can dog on that hard with 2 hands. Make sure you get it.
Yep.
Because it's a locking nut. Yeah, make sure you wrench it straight. You don't give yourself a knuckle scun.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, once we get it, we can get the gun on it and make it. I think we're pretty good right there.
Oh, yeah. I think you spin it around, put the box on it now, right? The box end?
Yeah, we can't get it in there. Oh, we can. Imagine that. All right. I think the whole thing may be turning it again.
Nope. Okay. No, it's not.
Nope, you're right, it's not.
I think you're at the end of the game.
I think so.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Good job.
All right, we ended up taking the steering linkage out of the truck completely. And that right there was kind of frozen. That's why we weren't able to put it all back together. So we're just lubing it up and cleaning it up, and we're going to put it back in the truck. All right, we got the steering shaft all back in finally. We did have to loosen up the bolts, take the bolts out, and twist it into place. So if you're doing one, make sure that you have the steering shaft lined up before you bolt it in place. But she's all back together. We have to finish putting the lines on and fill it up with fluid. Hey, you want to quiet down over there? YouTube doesn't want to hear you banging. He didn't think that was funny.
Leak check.
No leaks yet. That's overflow from when I just filled it. Alright, I think we're going to jack it up and go full tilt a few times.
Burp out the air.
Yep, rip out the air.
How am I?
That's good to me. Beautiful. Now I don't need a ladder to pull the cap. Right there. Yep, she needs fluid, that's for sure. It took more than a quart. Not quite a quart and a half, but it took a little more than a quart. Got to reinstall the custom ram air, cold air induction. I'll tell you what, this job, it's not mechanically taxing on the brain, but it's a lot of work. She's a 1984, that Pitman arm's never been off. So she's been fighting us all the way. But it's happening, we're getting it done. Just want to give a shout out to my father-in-law Gino for helping me. If you haven't already figured that out, that's the secret location we're at. We're at Gino's house. And he's not scared to jump right in and help, so that's awesome. We really appreciate him. Pay no attention to that old GMC truck in the background. That has nothing to do with what's going on with what we're doing here right now. So according to this little paper, the replacement time for that steering box, less than 2 hours. That is not accurate, just so you know. Thanks for watching. Well, another job done, thanks to Gino. What did I learn today? I learned that when you're working on old stuff, it's a pain in the butt. So, take your time. Make sure you pre-soak everything with penetrating fluid. And be patient. That's what I learned.
Have all your parts.